I looked, and there before me was a Lamb, standing on the mount of Zion, and with him 144,000, who had his name and his father's name written on their foreheads. And I heard a sound from heaven, like a roar of a rushing water, and like a loud peal of thunder. The sound I heard was like that of a harpist playing their harp. And they sang a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures and the elders. No one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth. These are those who did not defile themselves with women, for they remain virgins and follow the Lamb wherever he goes. They were purchased from among the men and offered the first fruits to God and the Lamb. No lie was found in their mouths. They were blameless. Then I saw another flying angel in midair, and he had the eternal gospel to proclaim those who live on the earth, and every nation, tribe, language, and people. He said in a loud voice, "Fear God and give him glory, because the hour of his judgment has come. Worship him who made the heavens, the earth, the sea, and the springs of water." A second angel followed and said, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, which made all the nations drink the Midran wine and the adulteress." A third angel followed them and said in a loud voice, "If anyone worships the beast and its image, and receives its mark on their forehead and on their hand, they too will drink the wine of God's fury, which has been poured full strength into the cup of his wrath. They will be tormented with burning sulfur, and the presence of the holy angels and the Lord and the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There will be no rest, day or night, for those who worship the beast and its image, or for anyone who receives the mark of its name. This calls for patience, endurance, and part of the people of God who keep the commands and remain faithful to Jesus. Then I heard a voice from heaven say, "Write this, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord from now on." Yes, says the Spirit. They will rest from their labor, and their deeds will follow them. I looked, and there before me was a white cloud, and seated in the cloud was one like the Son of Man, with a crown of gold on his head and a sharp sickle in his hand. Then another angel came in the temple, out of the temple, and called in a loud voice to him who was sitting on the cloud, "Take your sickle and reap, because the time to reap has come, for the harvest of the Lord of the earth is ripe." So he who was seated on the cloud slung his sickle on the earth, and the earth was harvested. Another angel came out of the temple in heaven, and he too had a sharp sickle. Still another angel who had charge of the fire came from the altar and called in a loud voice to him who had the sharp sickle, "Take your sharp sickle and gather the clusters of grapes from the earth's vine, because the grapes are ripe." The angel swung his sickle, and the earth gathered the grapes and threw them into the great winepress of God's wrath. They were trampled in the winepress. Outside the city, the blood flowed out of the press, rising to the height of a horse's bridle, for a distance of 1,600 seah,